Hey horror fans, thanks for joining me for this review of Bingo Hell. Alright, Bingo Hell. Definitely sounds like a version of Bingo I would play. Let's spell hell instead of bingo. Anyway, cast and crew information down below. And let's see what this IMDb plot has to say and how many words I can butcher this time. In the Barrio of Oak Springs live a strong and stubborn group of elderly friends who refuse to be gentrified. Their leader, Lupita, keeps them together as a community, a family. But little did they know their beloved bingo hall is about to be sold to a much powerful force than money itself. Yes, money is the root of all evil, but apparently there's a greater evil here. Alright, so this is part of, I guess, Blumhouse's, I always want to say Blumhouse, I don't know what, Blumhouse, whatever you want to say. They put together, I guess, a couple of more films. I think they did this last year as well, to come out on Amazon around this time of year. Part part horror, part, I think I've seen them all. I saw all four of them. And, I guess, they're part horror, part thriller. There's a little bit of a mix. Some of them are more horror than others. This one IMDb has listed as comedy, fantasy, horror. I don't know really why they stuck the fantasy in there. It's not exactly what I view as fantasy, but whatever. But anyway, so this is their gift to horror fans besides Halloween Kills and I don't know what else, if they have anything else coming out now. But this is their streaming gift, I guess. And I'm gonna say that I don't think I'm gonna review them all. I don't have a desire to. We'll take a look at the remaining three and decide if there's another one. I'm thinking of another one that I might review. That might tell you what I think of them. So for those that watch this review, not that I'm saying not to watch them, but I don't know. I guess I wanted more than what they offered. Anyway, let's stick here to Bingo Hell. This is not a review for them all. This is for Bingo Hell. Probably the large part of why I wanted to comment on this movie is because of Richard Brake is in this movie, and I wanted to talk about the job he does here. But before I get to him, and again, I will try to keep this as spoiler-free as possible, but I will probably spoil at least one thing. Because I want to talk about Richard Brake, and I'm going to spoil, I guess, who his character is. So you'll be forewarned of that. But I don't think there's any major surprises as if you turn this on and as this kind of starts. I think you'll get the drift to where this is going to end up. So anyway, again, as the plot says here, you're going to have a community of elder people here, and mixed in with another community too. I don't think that it's all old people here. There are younger actors and characters in this film as well. Obviously, it focuses on the older crowd here that lives here, and they're in a neighborhood, not the richest areas, but they make the best of it, and they've survived there, and they're good friends there, and one of the things they obviously like to do is play bingo, but unfortunately things are getting a little rough there, and they're kind of having a hard time holding on to the local bingo hall. And as we've seen in maybe your neighborhood, and I mentioned this during my Candyman review, and one of the reasons why Candyman, if you watched that review, I wasn't as pleased with Candyman as I was, is that again, I guess this movie kind of strikes on that kind of theme that goes on and has been going on in some communities around the nation here, of people with money coming in to poorer areas, buying them up, and basically pricing out the poorer people there. And that's basically what's happening here, except for the person who buys this bingo hall. They might think that that's what's happening, but there's more evil at play here than that. Obviously, he's going to strike at the people being poor and being able to give them what they want. So that leads to Richard Brake and his character. He's basically a demon, or whatever you want to call it, and he's the owner of this bingo hall, or the new owner of this new bingo hall. He makes some adjustments to it and definitely ups the prizes and the jackpots and the so forth there. Basically, promising all these people who have struggled and have had no money for most of their lives a way out, and to get a chance for them to get what they've always wanted. And as you know, that's hard for some people to resist. All this time, this character, Lupita, or whatever, I'm saying it wrong, but whatever. All while she is trying to fight it. She's tries to show her group of friends how bad the hall is, but let's say not all of them think it's as bad as her. It's then going to be up to her to then kind of see what is really going on here, and then soon she's going to see that some people might not be surviving, and the winners of these jackpots might not be surviving or not. So how is she going to solve this problem? And that's kind of where this story goes. Don't really think I'm spoiling anything. I think as soon as you kind of see the ball rolling here, you're going to get what you expect. So I guess that's one of the things that doesn't make this as thrilling. There's no great mystery to it. As far as the horror in it, yeah, there's some blood and gut moments in there. I enjoy those, and that's certainly well worth the watch here. As far as that's concerned, they are going to give you some bloody moments there, and so forth. So it does have some of that. So that is good. But again, the story is not so surprisingly shocking or whatever, and it is again taking this moral, showing you what's going on in neighborhoods around the world or around the United States, and they're kind of using that as a theme here. Where I thought, Candyman kind of was trying to drive that home into here, I think it's just kind of part of the setup. So I don't think, they're necessarily trying to drive home too much, but maybe make sure that you're aware. So it wasn't as annoying as it was in Candyman. And again, you can scroll through and catch my review of that if you want to know more about what I'm talking about. But staying on point here, let's get to Richard Brake. He is playing obviously an evil character here, and he does a fantastic job. I think, if you followed him in some of the other movies he's obviously done, he's obviously been in a lot of the Rob Zombie movies, and maybe some of the times you see him maybe not be the character so much at the front, but here he is the evil. He's the only evil here. He's the center of evil, and he's just so bad. And it looks like he's having so much fun at it. There's a scene, I guess, when he's he gives a big speech, and kind of sucking in the people and telling them how rich they can become and how all their dreams are going to be fulfilled here. And he kind of does that, but then he also has like this moment here where they go on and they kind of just show him just in flashes of being evil, and just almost how happy he is that he's going to be sucking these people in and just sucking their life away from them, and cheating them out of life, basically. But he's just so good at it. And it's just such a moment. And obviously, he's going to have run-ins with some of the characters along the way, and giving them their prizes and so forth. And then obviously with whatever, I'm not going to spoil the end, but whatever happens towards the end, he's just good from beginning to end, and he's really the star of the show here. I think you might recognize another face or two in this movie, but it is no doubt that he's the star here. I think within the elderly people here, they do have some funny moments. They are trying to be a little bit stereotypical there of older people, and then of the mix between the Hispanics and so forth. Being a little stereotypical and kind of making jokes at each other's expense. So it is funny in its way. This is listed as a comedy. I'm not going to say it's a huge comedy. I don't think it's going to make you drop on the floor and start rolling around laughing. But it might give you a couple of chuckles here or there, maybe some smiles. But I think far and foremost, this is a Richard Brake moment here. And if you're a fan of him and seen him in some of the other stuff there, you really want a good flash of him and him being evil and having what looks to be a blast of it. I think that's at least worth a good part of watching this film for. But with that, I think that's the minimal I want to say here. Again, I'm not blown away by this. I don't know what you want to say about the other films that are put on Amazon by this in this, I guess, block of 4 movies and so forth. Each kind of had their moments and so forth, but I wasn't really blown away with any of them. But I'm going to give this one 2.5 pools of blood, and that's out of 5. And I was really thinking about giving it 2 pools of blood, but I think because of Richard's performance and how much I enjoyed what he did and what he put on screen, I kind of bumped that up a little bit. I don't think I'd get this into the 3 territory. And not to say that, not to say the movie's bad and done in a bad way. It's just, and I like to play on the title, Bingo Hell, and so forth. And, kind of trying to give it like a different theme and a new atmosphere and stuff like that. And, again, but I think, once the story kind of gets going and you find out what's happening, they kind of hide it a little bit in the early going on, what is happening with this bingo hall. But I think once you see that, once Richard's character kind of gets introduced and you see what unfolds, you're gonna know where the story's gonna go, and so there's no huge big twists and turns and so forth. So you're not getting anything spectacularly new there, and I guess that's one of the reasons why it's just 2.5. So with that, horrorlsgoryreviews.blogspot.com is where you can find more reviews, written reviews. The video reviews are there as well, but if you're just interested in the video reviews, you can subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to like, if you do like the movie, like the video, like the review, whatever. But if you're interested in written reviews, you can find more there. Everything I review is there. Twitter, Facebook information is also below. Feel free to reach out to me there. We can talk about this movie, other movies. If you have something you want me to review, we can do it there as well. And that's it. And then I guess I have to decide if I want to review another one of these Blumhouse movies. And now that I think about it, I might hit on one of them. I don't know. We'll see. So with that, I will catch you on the next review, horror fans.